From Sacred Heart Grammar School in Newry, Claire McGowan, Judith McAteer, Eileen Dorgan, Margaret Matthews and Michelle Byrne. From Bristol Cathedral School, Alex Feast, Sarah Curry, Michael West, Andrew Cross and Henry Webb. And from Poole Grammar School in Dorset, John Tolman, Lee Hall, Andrew McGowan, Justin Talbot and Phil Colvin are all here to play 15 to 1 for Schools, presented by William G. Stewart.
Thank you. Hello. Well, yesterday's winners, the King's School from Canterbury, are on the sidelines with Pates Grammar from Cheltenham, and we now need a winning score above 280 to give us a full finals board again. And as is usual with 15 to 1, the teams have drawn lots for their places on the set, and that decides which 10 of these 30 questions each school will face in the first round. Let's see what they can make of them. Remember, it's 2 questions to each player, and we start with Sacred Heart Grammar. Claire, to which attraction opening to the public in the first week of January of next year will a ticket costing £57 admit 2 adults and 3 children, or 1 adult and 4 children?
Millennium Dome.
Judith, please. On which continent are the Kalahari and Namib deserts?
Africa.
Eileen, pop music. The albums The Colour of My Love, Unison and Let's Talk About Love. Best-selling albums for which female star?
Roxette.
Celine Dion. Margaret, please. Motorways. Which channel port in Kent is at the eastern end of the M20?
Dover.
Folkestone. Michelle, language and food. Fromage frais. What does fromage frais mean literally when translated?
Cheese.
More than that.
Soft cheese.
No, it means fresh cheese. Bristol, Alex. Films, the 1999 Oscars. Who won the Best Director award for his film Saving Private Ryan?
Steven Spielberg.
Sarah, geography. Which mountain range stretches between the Black Sea and the Caspian Sea?
Really don't know.
The Caucasus. And Michael, television. Who's the main newscaster on the early evening news on ITV at 6:30 Monday to Friday?
Trevor McDonald.
Andrew, please. Medicine. Malaria is transmitted by the bite of which insect?
The mosquito.
Henry, please. Children's literature. Who is the most famous creation of the writer Hugh Lofting?
Thomas the Tank Engine.
Dr. Dolittle. Poole. John. The longest road tunnel in Britain is just over 2 miles in length. Under which river in the northwest of England does it run?
Tyne.
The Mersey. Lee, please. British history. Since 1066, 2 kings of England have had no regnal number because no other king with their name has ruled. Either of the 2, please.
No idea.
King Stephen or King John? And still the monarchy, Andrew. Since 1066, discounting Lady Jane Grey, 2 queens of England have had no regnal number. The name of either, please.
Queen Mary.
No, Anne or Victoria. And Justin, please. National borders. The longest continuous frontier between any 2 countries in the world extends for nearly 4,000 miles. Which 2 countries?
It's America and Canada.
It is. Phil, science. In computing, 8 bits usually make 1 what?
Bytes.
It does. And your second question's Sacred Heart. The United States. Atlanta is the capital city of which American state? Claire?
Georgia.
Judith. Language and fashion. The French phrase prêt-à-porter describes what type of clothing?
Don't know.
Ready to wear or off the peg. Eileen. What Latin phrase means a person who is not wanted nor welcome within a particular group?
No idea.
Persona non grata. Margaret, television. Bob Cryer, Polly Page, Reg Hollis and June Ackland. Regular characters in which ITV series?
No idea.
The Bill. Michelle. In the field of education, what is a PTA?
A Parent-Teacher Association.
Bristol and Alex. Motorways again, Alex. Which motorway passes through the counties of Kent, Buckinghamshire, Surrey, Hertfordshire and Essex?
M4.
The M25 as it goes around London. And Sarah, which comic strip characters' friends include Bill Badger, Edward Trunk and Algie Pug?
Dennis the Menace.
Rupert Bear. Traditional songs, Michael. Which song, some of the words of which are attributed to Robert Burns, is widely sung at the end of convivial evenings?
No idea.
Auld Lang Syne.
Right.
Andrew, astronomy. Which planet is known as the morning star and also as the evening star?
Venus.
Henry, please. What term is applied to a volcano which, although not extinct, shows no sign of being active?
Dormant.
And Paul, John. Mathematics, geometry. How many interior angles has a hexagon?
6.
Lee, please. Shakespeare. Despite being warned by omens, dreams and a soothsayer, which eponymous character in a Shakespeare play continues on his course and is assassinated?
Macbeth.
Julius Caesar. Andrew, please. Paper sizes. What size of paper is twice the area or size of A4?
A2.
A3. And Justin, please. Ancient literature. The epic poem in 24 books, the Iliad, is traditionally attributed to which Greek poet?
I don't know.
Homer. And Phil, the game of Monopoly. What colour are the properties Piccadilly, Leicester Square and Coventry Street on a Monopoly board?
Yellow.
They are. Round 1, and Philip, scores, please.
And the scores are Sacred Heart Grammar School, 40 points, Bristol Cathedral School, 50 points, and Poole Grammar School, 40 points.
These questions in round 2 go in rotation, 10 points for a correct answer, 5 if it comes from conferring, and we start with Sacred Heart Grammar. Claire, please. Shakespeare. Who in a famous scene in a Shakespeare play carries the body of his dead daughter, Cordelia, on stage crying, howl, 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 howl?
King Lear.
And Bristol and Alex, European history. The war from 1853 to 1856 was known to contemporaries as the Russian War. What is it now known as?
Don't know.
The Crimean. Paul and John. Sport. In which seven-a-side ball game are only 2 players on each side, designated goal shooter and goal attack, allowed to score?
Netball.
It is netball. And Sacred Heart and Judith. Motorways again, the M56, the M63, the M66, the M67 and the M602 all serve which northern city in England?
Leeds.
Manchester. Bristol and Sarah. Religion and faith. In which religion is the god Ganesh or Ganesha represented with the head of an elephant?
Hinduism.
And Paul and Lee. Music. In Britain, which orchestra is abbreviated as the NYO?
National Youth Orchestra.
It is indeed. Sacred Heart and Eileen. Computers. Computer keyboards normally have a row of F keys on them that may be labelled F1, F2, etc. What does the F stand for?
Confer. Function.
It is function. And Bristol and Michael, chemistry. What's the chemical formula for carbon monoxide?
CO.
It is. And Paul and Andrew, English history and the monarchy. The House of Normandy reigned in England during which 2 centuries?
11th and 12th.
That's right. And on we go, Sacred Heart and Margaret. Currency. What is Israel's main unit of currency called?
Drachma.
That's Greece. This is the shekel. And Bristol and Andrew. Which people who live mainly in the northern regions of Norway, Finland and Russia are called in their own language Sami? No?
Eskimos.
No, Eskimos are Inuit. These are the Lapps. And Paul and Justin, states of the USA. The names of only 2 of the 50 states of the USA begin with the letter K. Which 2 states?
Connecticut and Kansas.
Kansas and Kentucky. And Sacred Heart and Michelle. Games. What's the trademark name of the tabletop game that simulates association football? Players manipulating plastic figures to pass the ball and score goals.
Subbuteo.
And Bristol and Henry. Charities. Which organisation established in the United Kingdom in 1942 was originally formed to assist the starving in Greece, but now addresses poverty and famine worldwide?
Oxfam.
It is Oxfam. And Paul and Phil. What do most monkeys have that apes do not?
Is it tails?
It is tails.